It's a new year and time for a new you. On this episode of Go, we're getting fit with the 30-minute hit. Welcome to Go Fraser Valley. Now I know, getting fit, getting into shape, that's nothing new for New Year's resolutions, but in a bit, hopefully I'll find a fun, easy, and quick way to get into shape. But kickstarting this show, and perhaps you may even find some kicks at the shop in our first story. The husband and wife team have paired their thrift store with helping men in our community.
After not seeing each other for over 30 years, a couple of old elementary schoolmates have reunited and are helping those struggling with substance abuse.
He asked me to be a friend on Facebook. We began chatting online, and then he asked for my number. Before I knew it, I said, I have to fly to BC to see if you're as nice in person as you are on the phone. And John said that what would be important for him was that I would fall in love with BC and then eventually fall in love with him. I told my daughter, who was 32 at the time, that I needed this second chance at happiness. Drove out here and never looked back.
Even though John himself had recovered from a drug use lifestyle, Mary backed him in every way. And the two were recently married and now operate a successful thrift store, whose proceeds go towards the Street Hope Recovery House for men suffering from drug addiction.
I went through a major depression and ended up on the streets. I was one of those guys you saw pushing a shopping cart. And I was wired to heroin and crack cocaine. And from there, I guess I was trying to help the other guys on the street, but I couldn't do that, of course, being stoned. And it was shortly thereafter that I cleaned right up and went back to school.
John is not ashamed of his past and has begun counseling at the home where he was saved.
I was back in school to become an addictions worker as well as community service worker, the courses I was taking. I did my practicum with Street Hope Recovery here. We changed all the formats on how they were run, cleaned them right up, and now actually we're quite successful at it.
John and Mary believe in paying it forward.
We start off first thing in the morning, we're each on our computers and we're researching, trying to find inexpensive furnishings, all sorts of items that we could pick up and put in the store at really good prices. Whatever goes out on the floor is cleaned, is polished, because we want this place to look like a thrift store that we would walk through and want to buy items from.
The store is a family affair, and son Graham helps out when and where he can.
I come into the store at 10 a.m. I start setting up outside. I vacuum and I set up at the cash, sit on the cash till 4 o'clock, then I go to my second job. It's interesting working with family, I'll say that much. Some days we get on each other's nerves, I'll say that, but it is what it is.
For Go Fraser Valley, I'm Tammy Williams.
If you would like to help those struggling with addiction in our community and perhaps get a good deal on merchandise at the same time, visit the Street Hope Thrift Store on Young Road or give them a call.